Hey guys, I got this Cricut Imagine Kate's Kitchen cartridge, and I haven't seen a whole lot of reviews on Imagine cartridges, especially the booklets, and it was really hard to tell from the ProboCraft website what you're really getting in this cartridge. So I got mine from Cricut Direct on sale. It was 20 something, and I thought I'm gonna get it, and if I ever get an Imagine, I'll just have it because I got it on sale. And I just kind of wanted to have it tucked away for when I feel confident that all the problems with the mat have gone away and all of that. So I took a risk and I went ahead and bought the cartridge for a rainy day, and I'm literally just looking at it right now with you. And I'm going to get rid of this glare. There we go. Try to zoom in a little bit there. This looks like a project that you can make from the cartridge. Sorry, I have shaky hands. I have so much arthritis, so it's just, I have very little strength in my neck and shoulders, and so I'm kind of been persuading myself more and more that this might be the way to go for me. And so I'm just taking you through this first page while I talk. I don't know if other people can relate to my situation, but you know, I think a lot of people are worried about how much it costs for the ink. And I was thinking, you know, we spend quite a bit of money on paper. So the trade-off is, instead of spending all that money on paper, I'm hoping it would even out and it would be the equivalent of what we would spend on ink. I looked at the ink cartridge prices, and they seemed equivalent to what it would cost to get an inkjet printer cartridge. But I've heard some people say that you can go through your ink in just, you know, 1 or 2 projects, so we'll have to see. I have to do a little more due diligence on that. But I've seen this on other videos, and I just fell in love. I love vintage kitchen anything. I also noticed that there's not a whole lot of cartridges out there. Like when I go through Joann's, I get the impression that there's just a ton of cartridges, but there's just, I think there's like less than 10 to 12. And I've seen a lot of really cool videos where people use their regular Cricut cartridges with their Imagine cartridges for a single project because the themes kind of relate to one another. So that seemed really cool, especially since the Imagine can use both cartridges. But if you look at Lorraine's YouTube channel, I think it's Max and Shoji, she shows you that she did one image, for example, like this, and she shows you what it looks like with layers and without layers, and it both looked equally well to me, and that was a big question of mine that I had. But this is really cool how the colors graduated like that, where, you know, it would be very time consuming and take quite a bit of skill development to get to the point where you could do that with colored pencils or your Copic markers, and sort of instant gratification. In theory, if you could get your if the machine works. Now this one here, I would think you would want some dimension to that, so that would be an image where I would think I would want to cut the pieces separately. Don't know what that is. Oh, see, here's an option to cut it separately. This is some chocolate chip cookies. And the way they painted that, it looks like it has dimensions, so I wouldn't mind cutting that out, you know, as one whole thing. I'm not a Imagine expert, so as I take you through this, I'm really not sure what you can do, like in terms of if you can change the color of anything within the image. I did not know this, but this is a design. These designs are from Cosmo Cricut. That makes sense because I remember there some paper collections they had that reminded me of a lot of those videos. It's really, really cute. Sorry, my I'm trying to get the camera and the lighting all just right for you guys. But, let's see what that says. Cookbook. Has like a three-dimensional look. I don't know if that's meant to be a soup tureen or a real chicken. See how they've kind of painted this with graduated colors. I wouldn't want to attempt to cut that out piece by piece. Okay, sorry here. From my kitchen, that's what somebody had done. They took some pieces from my kitchen and added it with this cartridge, and they made a project. It was really cute. So I guess that looks really precious. Okay. That looks so yummy. In theory, if you're in a hurry and you don't have a lot of time, or you're someone like me who has really bad arthritis, it allows you to do this without having to strain your body too much. In theory. That is so adorable. I know that the Silhouette is die cutting machine. That organization is working with other design companies to co-brand images for the Silhouette, and I think this was really smart of Cricut to do that. So cute. This reminds me of vintage embroidered kitchen towels. Just such a happy cartridge, and the colors are just so adorable. It's like going into a vintage store. It really is like a whole scene for a card. It's just, hopefully it's just press a button and you're done. As far as I'm concerned, my arthritis is so bad right now, I would actually find that an advantage right now for me. You don't even need to buy the Peachy Keen face stamps, because it can be, like for example, these dramatic eyes can be printed right on. That is so adorable. Okay. I just had a sense that we weren't going to see all this on the Cricut website, and sure enough, I'm seeing images in here that I haven't seen on the Cricut website, so I just wanted to help people see the entire cartridge in case you were wondering, well, what all do you get for that amount of money? What is in there? It just didn't seem like enough images from what they show you on the website compared to the price if you're paying full price, you know? So there's quite a bit more in here than I thought. So this is great. Isn't that too cute? Oh my gosh. Like, one thing I would have wanted to do is distress the edges around the rim of that bowl, so I could see where I would want to cut the bowl out in separate pieces, but then just cut the cookies out as one piece. That would be very cool. So it looks like you can definitely do that for the cookies, but maybe they don't have separate layers for the bowl. Oh yeah, that is a, sorry guys, there's the separate layer for the bowl there, I'm assuming. Isn't that too cute? They so nailed that color of green, that Martha Stewart dishware set that she loves so much. It's not milk glass, but it comes in that green color, like that quintessential 1950s green. It's so adorable. Looks like they have some fruit, some leaves, and cherries. My favorite. I love cherries. It says, "You're my cup of tea." Oh, I love tea. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so afraid of getting, if I bought it, and imagine if I'd get so frustrated and then nothing worked and I'd have to take it back. This says today's menu. Don't know what that, oh, I guess it's the background for today's menu, and there's the full thing right there. That's so adorable. I really appreciate you guys bearing with me with my camera skills here. So this says bonus content, various projects ranging from cards and 3D boxes to backgrounds and more. How cool is that? Okay, so here's one. Looks like a recipe card. Sorry, my camera does not want to focus on that. If I can take a step back, I can't even read it with my eyeglasses. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? Okay. Icons. Okay. Pairs are so popular. Some vintage advertising illustration type characters. Dessert first, that would be me. Made with 100% love. Oh, I love teapots. I guess there's probably a way to write your own image in there. And this is, oh, sorry. Oops, where's the English? Patterns. 20 coordinating patterns you can mix and match. Here's the paper. And if you Google search on this cartridge, there's some people that have made projects, and I've seen this pattern paper, and I just love it. I wasn't expecting the pattern paper to be that great, to tell you the truth. But I can only imagine the amount of ink that you would go through to, because I know I've tried digital scrapbooking, and you do go through your cartridge very fast if you're printing out background papers. But if you weren't doing a 12 by 12 sheet and you were just doing something for a mini album, it might not be, it could be like a little more reasonable if we're just using tiny scraps for cards. I guess you would have to think how to economize to preserve that cartridge life. Sorry, I went off. There we go. So I'd have to say I really like every single paper in here. Wouldn't it be cool if, maybe, I don't know, do you guys know if Cosmo Cricket came out with this paper? This looks, sorry you guys, that looks like cherries. God, my camera really does not want to focus today. So some silverware. I would imagine that Cosmo Cricket paper would coordinate with this very well, with some of those collections they've already come out with. I think one of them is available digitally if you go to their website. That's really cute. Oh, that's totally adorable. Oh, I love that yellow. Okay, this next page just says color palette, and I'm not, hold on a sec guys. Okay, this is the default color palette. If you're Imagine owner, you know what this means. I don't quite know what this means, but I imagine these are the major colors that were used in all of the papers, so that, I don't know, I guess you could choose that color if you were using another cartridge and adding to your project. You could refer back to this really beautiful group of colors. And this is the end of the cartridge. I don't know where the 3D items are, but they do have this here, but I'm not seeing the box. Maybe it just assumes that you're going to buy a box, or you get that box from another cartridge. Hold on a sec, I'm going to try to study the manual and see if I can figure that out. This is the section that says 3D projects, and they're calling these 3D projects, and this is all that's showing up. So and there's nothing in the manual that explains how this was made, so I guess it just gives you a sense for how you can use the images for a project. I think AccuCut has a box like this. I saw somebody use one like this. It looked a little smaller, that they turn it into a haunted house. So I'm pretty sure if you're into AccuCut dies, you could get something like this, or maybe somebody on Etsy has one of those Grand Marks and they sell these pre-cut die boxes, and that would be another way to get it. But anyways, I just wanted to show this to everybody. If you're doing due diligence like I am and you're trying to figure out, is this right for me? The prices come down, should I get it? So I was splurged and got this little cartridge. It was 20 something from cricketdirect.com, so I thought, okay, it doesn't hurt to get this and give it a try and check it out. So anyways, I hope this helps you in your search, and if you are an owner and you have something that you can share with me or the other people that watch this video to help clue us in on some of the things in here, that would be really super great. So anyways, thanks for watching, you guys, and talk to you later.